I often will pull quotes from books, and I used to like put it into my app, my phone, an app on the phone. But that process was like so interrupting, and each time I would open up my phone, I'd be like, all of these distractions. We all know the story, right? We all know this story. So it's like, let's do it on paper, but then it's bulky carrying notebooks around, and oh my God, is there a thing about notebooks at the moment, or is there a thing about notebooks at the moment? Like the notebooks, like, wow, they've become super fancy and expensive. But it reminded me that, like, 2006, when I'd first moved to New York, I started making notebooks because, like, the place I was staying, there was like lots of scrap paper around, and I just started making like pocket notebooks for myself, like this kind of shape. And they would be like from magazine covers or whatever I could get my hands on, and they are perfect size. They're small, so you will finish it quickly, and you can take them anywhere you want to take them, and they're kind of small enough to be like topic specific, or just like you can feel like you can be organized with it. It's not like, oh, where did I write that note? You know what I mean? Back then, I think I just stapled them, words, but yeah, this time around I've been like, I'm threading them, and it's just really nice. So I'm obsessed with making these things at the moment. I just kind of like, this one is what I use for like to-do lists and little scraps of information. You know, like if somebody says, oh my God, you really need to see this film, or you really need to read this book. In the past, I would have put that information into my phone and got distracted while I was with the person. And now I can just whip this out of my pocket and be like, oh yeah, make a note of that. Love it. This is my companion for the short stories, because I don't know, you can customize it to like what you want it for. So I thought, like, these stories, they're quite female, mysterious, seductive quality to it. So I took a glossy ad out of one of my magazines and thought that would make quite a nice notebook to go with that. And then the Women Who Run with the Wolves, I took a book cover from a advanced reader's copy of Wayward, which, you know, you can't do anything with it. It can't be resold. So I just took the back off. And I thought this was perfect for Women Who Run with the Wolves, because it says on the front, they tried to cage us, but a wayward woman belongs to the wild. We cannot be tamed. So that's that one. And it's really helping me to have this right next to this while I'm reading, to just like, to make sure that I'm really paying attention and getting it, and it's going in. So I'm loving that. And also it's just like, we have these notebooks, we buy into these notebooks. If you're anything like me, you know, like, I love a notebook. And don't get me wrong, I still like a classic notebook. I've got a pile, like I said, to get through. But then I also have many that I had it for like a one thing, and then I didn't finish. The thing is finished, but I didn't finish the book, and I feel like I can't use it for anything else. And so then it just sits like, and there might be loads of pages left in it. Like this one, moleskin, was used for something else. I can't remember what now, but all of these pages, clear, empty. I took the ones that are used out. And I thought, yes, I could use it like that, but it's not very pocket friendly, really. That would be a bit uncomfortable in your pocket, wouldn't it? Anyway, these, I don't know how much these moleskins cost, but they're not cheap, are they? And I'm like, I'm going to take this apart now. Like, I'm just going to pull those pages out. These can be reused. These are fantastic. The little signatures, you know, the bits that are stitched together. Apparently that's called a signature. I learned that through a YouTube video. It's amazing, isn't it? And now we've got this shell with the pocket, which we might want to use that pocket for something else. So we could fill this in. We could fill this in with other things, but I I'm curious to know what goes into these expensive moleskins. And these are not even like, now these seem cheap compared to like journals, notebooks of today. I'm just going to rip stuff out of here. I just want to like take it apart. Right, so now we're down to that. Might be able to use the pocket somewhere else. Maybe it doesn't matter though. Got the elastic. Like, how is a book actually put together? I'm really just like, what's that? What's that? Oh, let's kind of get in here. So like, this is leather, isn't it? And I'm vegan. I'm not even meant to have leather, but it's leather. And inside, what is that? That is cardboard. Cardboard and glue. That's what it is. That's what these notebooks are. They're cardboard and glue. And look, that's just this is the leather. If it is leather, this is it. And I know some people like a sturdy notebook because they can just chuck it in their bag and forget about it. I actually really like a soft notebook that feels nice and soft in the hand. So there isn't really, I wanted to see if there's anything that could salvage from this if I took it apart completely, but I don't think there is really. I could probably salvage the elastic. Yeah, probably add that to a new notebook. But look, I wouldn't have thought that inside one of these lovely luxury, and then I did this with a cheaper model that wasn't a moleskin, and it was exactly the same inside. It was cardboard. I haven't taken this apart yet. This won't be cardboard because this really is, it's soft. So I'm not sure what this will be. Oh, I've really made a mess in my little sacred place now, but that's okay. I wanted to demonstrate what a waste of money it is really, and like how we can reuse the things that are around us. Which doesn't mean never go out and buy a journal. Like I have so many journals, but these are useful, and you don't have to be so precious about them. I really don't know what this is. Day 8. I really don't know what this is. And if you've watched, please don't worry about me, I am fine. And thank you for watching. Yeah, I guess this is, I think I'm going to learn something from every single video. And that's part of what this process is about. So, oh, yeah, in reading this, I'm up to the, we're in the Bluebird story right now. Bluebeard story right now, which I knew the story, but I don't think I'd ever read an official version of the tale. And there is kind of like one in there, but it reminded me of another book that I have had for years and not read. Bluebeard's Castle by Anna Biller, a novel. So I'm like, I really just love it when you're reading, when you get inspired to read another thing from something that you're reading, or like the connections. Like the only way I even came to This, for example, was, I think I already spoke about it, but it was like because Joyce Carol Oates was gunning for for Trump on Twitter. So I was like, you know what? I've got one of her books downstairs. That I've had for years. I should go and read it. That's how we're here. So yeah, I love the way that I love the connections like that. So I'm feeling a bit much right now. So I think that it might be time to stop the recording now, because I'm feeling a bit much and I'm feeling a bit overexposed. And so hopefully tomorrow I will come back with more structure. Some structure, any structure. For tomorrow's 11/11.